I'm the head of the Sustainable Municipal Service Program. I'm working with this so long, I don't even know the name anymore. In the last 3 years, we have been here implementing waste management reforms in Kosovo. I would like to structure very quickly my following in the 4 topics. First, why waste management? Second, what we have done so far in Kosovo, what we are currently doing, and then third, what we will do in overall Kosovo, and then very specifically what we're going to do here in North Mitrovica, Svežan, hopefully Leposavić, and Subin Potok. Why waste management? Waste management is, we're talking about municipal waste management. We have to understand that waste management is much broader. We're talking only about municipal waste management. And when it comes from an environmental impact, for example, other waste types are much more dangerous and much more problematic than municipal waste management. From an environmental point of view, the most problematic is actually organic waste coming into landfills. That is the big problem. Landfills, organic waste. Landfills are the contaminator. The illegal dump sites, they might also harm the environment, but it's at a very micro scale, and most of the time it's construction waste, inert waste, which you don't really want. However, it has 2 other impacts. A, you want to provide good services to your citizens. If it becomes a health threat, if cities, for example, if the waste management in cities is not done, then you have a problem with health and environmental damage. Second, it is also important for economic development, for example, tourism development. I've been hiking here in your mountains in the north, very beautiful Leposavić and Subin Potok, and this is a good potential for tourism development, which means also job creation. And last but not least, of course, it's also an environmental issue. However, we from GIZ, we come more from a completely different angle. We come from municipal governance. We come from good governance, municipal enabling, decentralization. Because we think that state building is an important issue and that municipalities are in the core of service delivery, are in the core of delivering to the citizens what central level is a lot of times putting in law, but it cannot be implemented. And that's actually the situation that we found here in Kosovo, that basically there has been a relatively advanced policy framework, thanks also to people like you, Enver, okay? However, there was no implementation capacity. And basically we had, in 2013, coverage rates of probably 38%, 40%, something like this. And now we are already advancing this. And this is what we want to say. We want to advance that every household in Kosovo has access to basic service. So what have we done in the last 3 years? Our main success, there has been a lot of things, but our main success has been a very close cooperation with the ministry, with the German Development Bank, KfW and GIZ. And we have started the Clean Environment Race. And basically, during this Clean Environment Race, we have enabled 17 municipalities, roughly 70% of the population of Kosovo, to have basic governance structures in place, so that municipalities have solid waste management plans, that they have solid waste management units, that they have an agreement with their companies, that they can track their companies and walk on their feet if they don't do their job. And we have increased services to villages that previously didn't have services. We have increased revenue collection, very important, so that the public-owned enterprises can actually perform their job. And we have eliminated illegal dump sites. Now this race comes currently to an end. This race has been very successful in pushing local governments to take over responsibilities and to install the basic structures that they have to do. We will continue hopefully this clean environment race in a second phase. And this time it's going to be Kosovo, 38 municipalities. And we want everybody to join that, that race. I hope we can build up a cooperation with the European Union in this regard. Let's see where the train is going. Currently, we are tracking the entire data of, together with the Ministry and Kosovo Environmental Protection Agency, we are tracking the entire data of Kosovo. That means what is currently covered, what is not covered. Who is paying their waste fee and who is not. Where are the illegal dump sites? How many have been eliminated? Of course, this is the baseline for the future, because right here, right now, I want to repeat what Luigi was repeating. We want to see 100% coverage, a functioning basic solid waste management system by the end of 2020. And that is ambitious, okay? It's only 3 years from now, but I'm very confident that we can do it. We have a good machinery in place, we have good people, we have good civil society in place where we can do that. Also looking in the future, Maria was stating some instruments. The word financial instruments is in the air. It's a very complex term. So basically, one thing that should be very clear, solid waste management doesn't come for free. Solid waste management, the core of it is the economics. Okay? So if your citizens don't pay, somebody else has to pay. At the end, it's always the citizens pay, okay? But if you don't pay your waste fee, at the end, somebody has to pay it. It's the municipality. Well, the municipality doesn't get their money from God, they get it also from citizens, okay? So at the end, it's always the citizens who pay. So, in order to make sure that you want to have a certain level of services, you have to introduce waste tariffs. You have to introduce fees. People have to pay. And not only those people who are willing to pay have to pay, but everybody has to pay. Households which are rich and households which are poor. Households which are poor, you can say, okay, you pay less. Fine, we can do that, okay? But businesses should pay. They are the big waste producers, okay? So that's very important. And if I'm hearing here like €2 per household, well, that's, as you have said, simply insufficient. Okay? A company cannot work on €2 per household. Not a private, not a public. So there will be subsidies. Very important that we get the economics right. However, and that's something which I think, which I'm a big favor of, okay, is I don't want only the citizens to pay. I want those people pay who are actually producing the waste. And I see this here, okay? I see plastic. I drink this in 10 minutes and then it's waste. In former Yugoslavia, you didn't have that. You didn't have that product. You had a glass bottle, okay? And you brought the glass bottle back and then it was refilled. This is something that we are introducing. It's called Extended Producer Responsibility or Deposit Refund System. The ministry has been very conducive in this. That makes basically companies pay that. Okay? Those companies who are actually producing, they will have to pay the system. And with a bottle refund system, that you basically pay 10 cents when you buy it, okay, and then you get the 10 cents back when you bring it back, you will get at least those fractions out of the waste stream. Now, what specifically do we want to do in the north? And I think let's talk about Kosovo in those 4 municipalities. We have a great chance now. We have a good analysis. Thank you very much, Inter, for this great analysis. I'm looking forward to read all the details and ask you many questions. We have a tracking of the actual situation that I have just mentioned. So we have a very good base to start something really strong. First, I'd like to work with the municipalities and the companies to create quick impacts. Okay, to provide something visible to the citizens, not like blah, 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 something quick, visible, tangible, where we can say, okay, this is where we can show that waste management is now really a topic. Okay, so we have been talking to the current mayor of North Mitrovica. One thing will be city center reorganization, so that every citizen in Mitrovica North will have a proper waste management and quality that is really worth mentioning. Okay, this will go very fast. We will try to do this in the next 4 months. Okay, so we are really already preparing the machinery for this. In Svesan, we are hoping to also start very soon. We have now an advisor sitting there, and this means in Svesan we can also start implementing soon. What exactly, I don't want to talk about that. Okay, I don't know yet. Regarding the landfill, I am a person who takes things as they are, and I don't want to be too diplomatic. This landfill is not useful. This landfill should have never built at this place where it is planned, and this landfill should have never built at all. Let me explain you also why. It's not because I don't like the political situation. You know, we don't talk about this. What I think, this is cost for your children. This is future cost for your children. They will have to run this landfill, and they will have to pay for it. It's cost for your households, okay? You will have to pay for this landfill, and it is absolutely financially not viable. You will have to introduce a gate fee at the landfill, okay? That will cost you at least 30 euros to make the landfill sustainable, and that will increase the household fee that you are paying every day, if we want to make it sustainable. If you're saying, no, we want to hide the costs and put this on the Serbian government, or put this on the municipal government, or put this on whoever, fine, we can do that. But it's not real. The costs are there. And that means this landfill is a real big problem. And I know it is a political thing that we built this landfill and will be built. It's also fine, okay? But I am telling you, from a waste management point of view, don't do it. Now, revision of the strategy and master plan is an important part, and Enver has mentioned it. And I think it's really, and I'm very happy that we're doing it right now, because now is really the moment we can do a lot, okay? There is so much interest on this sector now, coming very soon. Luigi has mentioned there's a lot of money coming into the sector. Our German Development Bank, our German government, yesterday I said in a meeting, said, this is going to be the next sector. We're going to invest there heavily, okay? So this is where now the chance is to also go and introduce big changes, and the strategy is the base for it, okay? Yeah, I just leave it there. The rest we can talk about.